Uranium friends, Americans, happy Thanksgiving. Whatever countries, if you do Thanksgiving. A, I don't know why, because it's an American holiday, and B, enjoy it. So here we are, ASPI, the controversy of the week, right? Fuzzy Panda comes out with their short report. So right now we're looking at the daily chart. And by the way, Fuzzy Panda, new short, ASP isotopes, right? So they go through their whole thing about it. And yeah, I don't care. I know what Fuzzy Panda is. I've seen their act. I've been following them for a long time. I've been a beneficiary of their shorts, and I have not been a beneficiary of their shorts, like right now, for example. But either way, you want to see the report. You want to see who put it out. If you want to research these guys and see what they do, that's on you. It's Fuzzy Panda. You can check them out. There's a whole history of them doing their shorts and whatnot. Blah blah blah. Back to the technical. So, I was posed the question by the enigmatic one. Why was I in ASPI? How did I know about ASPI and whatnot? So, ASPI has been on my watch list probably for about a year. It's just something when they come out, I follow, and I'll watch the UTwit universe go through their exercises of this is great, that's great, whatever it is. Okay, I watch for a while. So I watched for a while, and then I saw the basing action, and I took a position right around in here. So I had a pretty good position, and I forget what prompted it. Maybe there was some options. There was a reason why I was looking at it and saying, okay, well, I had the uptrend, I had the rider. It was above the box. It back tested a couple times. It was something to that effect. But I got in. I had a great entry. All right. And I got the great rip. I did post my entry and I did post my exits up here. So I had some exits up here of partial positions. And I did not reload. I got this bounce and then I sold some calls against that position. So that was all good, right? And then I bought back my calls. I forget where I bought them back. I might have bought them back here. I got maybe I don't know, like a 50% gain. Nothing crazy. Um, but I started to see this, and I posted this too. So we had this pattern, we had this tightening range, and it was starting to break out. Um, good job by the shorters to let it go a little bit. But I remember I was posting the past couple of days with Frank too, and I was saying the shorts are all over this thing. I could just tell that they were all over it. My shares were constantly being loaned out. And then you can just tell in the price action when it was hitting this $8 area, it was getting smacked down at $8 over and over. I was like, huh. I mean, that is the psychological number, and it got through. So I was like, all right, we're in the clear. That's kind of the way I looked at it. And then the short report came out. So I was buying, again, I was posting this. I was buying very slowly in here, small amount of shares, small lots, just to kind of start rebuying what I sold in here, to kind of make that hopefully to make that next leg. Because a lot of times when you get these big runs and they flag like this, it's usually a good shot. So, and I did say 640 is the number not to lose. We lost that number. So, why didn't I sell? A, my cost basis is down here. And B, I don't like shorting. I don't like selling out of position on short reports, especially ones that seem a little, well, questionable. And I just know that Fuzzy Panda, in my opinion, is a predatory short seller, which is fine, and maybe predatory is not the word. They're just opportunists. And great move, great time to come out with the short in Thanksgiving week in the low liquidity. So, I'm looking for a little bit of settling here. I haven't decided what I'm going to do. I'm going to be really, really concerned if I start losing this area here. So, it's going to be make or break time for me in multiple metrics. A, because of technicals, and B, because it's coming into my break even spot for this entire position that I've done here. It'll still be in profit because I did sell some calls and I did trim out at the highs, but it's going to be it'll be a nothing trade, in my opinion, if I stop out. But that it will be what it is because drawdowns are unacceptable to me. So regardless of that, great move on that. And this is kind of like a spot, right? So all these moving now, forget about the short report. The move itself is predictable in the sense that, yeah, the moving averages are very stretched out, and they need to reconcile. As always, I will never change the my technical moving average view as far as that's concerned. So, yeah, they're doing it, and they're doing it fast. But there's probably going to be some time to recoup the damage here. But we do have to know that they do have some sort of thing going on with Terra Power and some other fundamental items that you fundamental guys will have more insight on than me. I'm just looking at the technicals at this point. So, and I'm monitoring my trade and I'm talking about my trade because I posted it. I've posted my exits, I've posted my entries, and I've interacted with a lot of the UTWIT people on this particular scenario that we are in right now. So the video is just an add-on to all of that stuff. So uh, as far as technical levels are concerned, we are at a spot where I'm not going to be sticking around much longer if it breaks down. So um, there could be more to go here, and there could be sideways. If I start to see some sideways action, some stability in price instead of the waterfall, I'm going to be adding and not subtracting as long as these levels hold. Now, if it starts getting sideways, say we just get some sort of sideways here, right? And you're starting to get a little bit of this over and over and over and just doing that because this is what ASPI is going to do. If we continue this sideways action in this range, um, it's going to be a buy for me, right? And because then I'm going to know that it's going to leg down again if it loses these levels. So we're in the area where I want to see sideways. I will consider that very positive. Yeah, could it go V shape? I guess maybe, right? Will it go V shape at the end of November, early December into tax loss selling season? I don't know. I doubt it. It might, unless it need, some sort of fantastic fundamental piece of news comes out that brings the buying in. But if I didn't have a position at all, let's just say I didn't have a position and it went through this, I'm probably a buyer in this area and I'm stopping out if it breaks. So that's kind of how I'm going to have to approach it from here. I don't know exactly how I'm going to really do everything from there, but that's what it is. So on the daily, there's some pretty good technical damage because it lost that base. On the weekly, let's see. Yeah, well, it lost the weekly 12 EMA. It lost. It back tested its breakout and it broke through with a big fat bearish weekly candle. So not the best look there. That's why I'm saying if I lose this level, I'm gonna be gone. It's just that simple. I will probably not put an auto stop in there. Maybe I'll put it lower, but because these low floaters like this, they tend to hunt you down. So it's a tough one. You got to monitor it. Thankfully, it's a small position, and thankfully, it's still in profit, believe it or not. Now, I talk about this all the time, but you get these runs, and yeah, it's a good idea to lock in some profits so you can suffer through this without losing money. So when you're taking profits up in these spots in heavily overbought conditions, in euphoria and hype conditions, it gives you a chance to reload. It gives you the chance to loosen up your stop. It gives you many chances. And at the very least, when you have these things happen, it gives you the opportunity to not lose money, or at least not to lose a lot of money. So yeah, do you limit your upside because you didn't hold because the moon shot was coming because everybody was talking about $10, which it hit, So the uranium charts dude with that $10 target that he had, and even I broke his balls. I go, it was quite the statement. He was right. The target was right. So say what you want. it hit a target, and $10 psychological. The $5 buyers, people that bought this stock at $5, are just happy, elated to get the double. So, these are factors that you have to take into account, regardless of what these great fundamentals might or might not be. But that's the deal. So it's testing a key spot, in my opinion. So I don't know how much I'm going to be sticking around. Still a very nice monthly chart, right? So you look at this monthly chart and you say, absolutely fine. You look at this monthly bar and you don't know anything about the news or short reports or anything about the company. You go, typical for this company, right? We see it. We see it happen. Okay. You see these big ass monthly bars that just wipe everybody out. So um, that's the deal. It's hard to take anything with this Thanksgiving week because of the lack of liquidity and the volume. So again, kudos to Fuzzy Panda with their well-timed report. But we are coming into what I consider a stop out zone for me because, again, I'm going to be coming into break even on my loss on my actual trade, and it's going to be at a pretty technical level. So it'll probably have me gone, and it will probably V-shaped bounce after I get out. But I have to follow my systems, and my systems has helped me a lot more than it hurt me. So no technical analysis can get you past this type of thing. The only technical analysis I can say, which I had posted, I said the shorts are all over this one. Um, but that goes both ways, right? So the short squeezes can result from the shorts being all over this one too. Make no mistake, the guys that have put out this report were the buyers up here, were the short sellers up here, and I would say that they're scaling out. That would be my guess. It's what I would do, right? And they have their runners to see if they can get their push. So that's the deal with ASPI. Next week's another week, normal volumes and trading and whatnot. A little Thanksgiving hangovers probably. I see myself getting stopped out, but I'm going to hold as long as I can, as long as I don't lose money, because I can always buy back. I mean, I could literally sell it here, buy it back up here, and as long as it makes the run, I'm good. Over and out.